Hello folks, and welcome to another class breakdown of Final Fantasy Tactics, it's FFTactics, and in this episode, it is all about the Time Mage. Now, with the Time Mage, it's a great support class, and I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory to what it is. It is somebody who has control over time. So when we look at the abilities, we have Haste and Haste 2. And really, I mean, what Haste does is it increases your CT, I guess it's charge time. I could be wrong on that, but basically it makes it so your turn comes up faster. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just about every single Final Fantasy has Haste. And then slow, the complete opposite. It slows down the time that it takes to have a turn. And you have Haste 1 and 2 and slow 1 and 2, and the big difference I see is how long the spell seems to last and the success percentage. So both are very useful spells. Next we have Stop, which it stops the person. They don't do anything until that spell wears off. Good spell, however, it doesn't have a high success rate. Next we have Don't Move, which, just like Mustadio's ability, makes it so the character can't move. Then you have Float, just allows you to float above the ground. Very useful when trying to get around things. However, you can get an accessory that does that, and you don't really find use for that all too often. Then you have Reflect, reflects magic onto whoever cast it. However, if I'm not mistaken, in Final Fantasy Tactics, when it comes to Reflect, the spell just randomly goes somewhere else. It doesn't reflect back onto the caster, so not that useful. Next we have Quick, hastens your AT. I think it basically makes it so like you're once the spell is cast and it's successful, you are the next person up. Next we have Demi, which is also another popular spell in Final Fantasy. It basically takes out a fourth of the enemy's health if successful. Then we have Demi 2, which I believe it takes half. I think so. Then we have Meteor is one bad mamma jamma. Unleash huge meteor from the heavens, devastating its target. That is a massive spell, and you can tell by the MP that it is pretty awesome. So, I mean, pretty good spell abilities. Nice that it has that you're able to attack with it. And then, of course, Haste and Slow are very useful abilities that you would use a lot with this class. That's its bread and butter. For our counter abilities, we have Critical Quick, which when your HP is terminal, your AT is executed next. So, if used, then you take the next turn. I could see the use in it. I've never really used it myself. I can respect what it tries to do, but just not for me. Then we have MP Switch. Physical damage is converted into magic damage. MP is lost instead of HP. I love this ability. You'll see me use it with Rimuli, my wizard, and this paired with Move MP Up, which you get from another class, is a great combo. Sure, they won't have a ton of MP, but then at the same time, they'll live a lot longer. This really helps if you're establishing a mage character that you're trying to survive being picked on. Next we have Short Charge. CT is shortened. I guess that is in regards to like most of your spells and abilities. I don't really see the difference, so I don't find it all that useful. I have tried it, but I don't see the difference. There might be some, and I just don't see it. But And then for the movement abilities, we have Teleport, which is very useful. However, it can end in failure. And it says moving too far. However, I've seen it fail when you're not moving that far along the map. So it's a risky move that can warrant some good rewards, and you'll see me use it throughout the game. So I approve. I think it's pretty good. And finally, we have float. So just like with the spell, it allows you to float non-stop, which I think is just okay. So all in all, for the Time Mage, I'd probably rate it a 4 out of 5, and I think that's pretty generous. The only reason it's not getting a 3 is because of its abilities that you can take outside of the class. I normally don't want to keep just a Time Mage. I think Time Magic is a great secondary ability. And then of course that MP switch is, like I said, very useful in establishing a good mage. And for the Time Mage, pretty much use the same equipment as a wizard and a white mage. Nothing too special there. And finally, the prerequisites needed to be a Time Mage is to have a level 2 wizard, or black mage. So pretty easy to get. You'll find it pretty quickly playing through the game. Anyways, folks, that's all I have for the Time Mage. Please rate, comment, appreciate. Let me know what you think about the Time Mage. If you agree with my suggestions, you don't agree, let's make a discussion out of it. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.